One Viceroy resigns. Rudyard Kipling. So here's your empire. No more wine, then? Good. We'll clear the aides and kit makers away. You'll know that fat old fellow with the knife. He keeps the name book, talks in English too, and almost thinks himself the government. Oh youth, youth, youth. Forgive me, you're so young. 40 from 60, 20 years of work and power to back the working. 8 F miles. You want to know, you want to see, to touch, and, by your lights, to act. It's natural. I wonder, can I help you? Let me try. You saw what did you see from Bombay East? Enough to frighten anyone but me? Need that. It frightened me in '84. You shouldn't take a man from Canada and bid him smoke in powder magazines. Nor with a reputation such as Bah. That ghost has haunted me for 20 years, my reputation now full-blown. Your fault yours, with your stories of the strife at home, who's up, who's down, who leads and who is led. One reads so much, one hears so little here. Well, now's your turn of exile. I go back to Rome and leisure. All roads lead to Rome, or books the refuge of the destitute. When you. That brings me back to India. See. Start clear. I couldn't. Egypt served my turn. You'll never plumb the Oriental mind, and if you did it isn't worth the toil. Think of a sleek French priest in Canada. Divide by 20 half-breeds. Multiply by twice the Sphinx's silence. There's your East, and you're as wise as ever. So am I, except on trust and work in darkness. Strike at venture, stumble forward, make your mark, it's chalk on granite. Then thank God no flame leaps from the rock to shrivel mark in man. I'm clear, my mark is made. 3 months of drought had ruined much. It rained and washed away the specks that might have gathered on my name. I took a country twice the size of France, and shuttered up one doorway in the north. I stand by those. You'll find that both will pay. I pledged my name on both their years tonight. Hold to them, they hold fame enough for 2. I'm old, but I shall live till Burma pays. Man, they're not German traitors. CRSTHWT knows you'll find it in my papers. For the North, guns always quietly, but always guns. You've seen your council? Yes, they'll try to rule, and prize their reputations. Have you met a grim lay reader with a taste for coins, and faith in sin most men withhold from God? He's gone to England. RPN knew his grip and kicked. A council always has its HPES. They look for nothing from the West but death or Bath or Bournemouth. Here's their ground. They fight until the middle classes take them back, one of 10 millions plus a seize. I or drop in harness. Legion of the Lost. Not altogether earnest, narrow men, but chiefly earnest, and they'll do your work, and end by writing letters to the Times. Shall I write letters, answering HNTR1 with RPN on the Yorkshire grocers? Ugh. They have their reputations. Look to one I work with in the smallest of them all, white-haired, red-faced, who sat the plunging horse out in the garden. He's your right-hand man, and dreams of tilting WLSY from the throne, but while he dreams gives work we cannot buy. He has his reputation once the Lord's by way of frontier roads. Meantime, I think, he values very much the hand that falls upon his shoulder at the council table, hates cats and knows his business. Which is yours. Your business. Twice 100 million souls. Your business. I could tell you what I did some nights of '85, at Simla, worth a kingdom's ransom. When a big ship drives, God knows to what new reef the man at the wheel prays with the passengers. They lose their lives, or rescued go their way. But he's no man to take his trick at the wheel again, that's worse than drowning. Well, a gold Mashobra mule, you'll see Mashobra, passed me on the mall, and I was some fool's wife, and ducked and bowed to show the others I would stop and speak. Then the mule fell 3 gulls, 100 each, behind the withers. Mrs. What's-his-name leers at the mule and me by turns, thweet fowl. Ampersand quo. How could they make him carry such a load? Ampersand quo. I saw it isn't often I dream dreams more than the mule that minute smoke and flame from Simla to the haze below. That's weak. You're younger. You'll dream dreams before you've done. You've youth, That's one good workman that means two fair chances in your favor. Fate's the third. I know what I did. Do you ask me, ampersand quo? Preach and quo. I answer by my past, or else go back to platitudes of rule, or take you thus in confidence and say, ampersand quo. You know the trick, you've governed Canada. You know, ampersand quo. And all the while commend you to fate's hand here at the top on loser's side. Oh God, commend you, then, to something more than you the other people's blunders and... That's all. I'd agonize to serve you if I could. It's incommunicable, like the cast that drops the tackle with the gut artery. Too much too little, there's your salmon lost. And so I tell you nothing with you luck, and wonder how I wonder. For your sake and triumph for my own. You're young, you hold to 100 she-bolts. I'm old. I followed power to the last, gave her my best, and power followed me. It's worth it on my soul, I'm speaking plain, here by the claret glasses. Worth it all. I gave, no matter what I gave I win. I know I win. Mine's work, good work that lives. A country twice the size of France, the north safeguarded. That's my record, sink the rest in better if you can. The rains may serve, rupees may rise, 3 pence will give you fame. It's rash to hope for 6 pence if their eyes get guns, more guns, and lift the salt tax. Oh, I told you what the Congress meant or thought. I'll answer nothing. Half a year will prove the full extent of time and thought you'll spare to Congress. Ask a lady doctor once how little becomes, see the light, deduce thence how the true reformer's child is born. It's interesting, curious, and vile. I told the Turk he was a gentleman. I told the Russian that his Tartar veins bled pure Parisian itcher. And he purred. The Congress doesn't purr. I think it swears. You're young, you'll swear to where you've reached the end. The end. God help you, if there be a God. There must be one to startle GLDSTNE's soul in that new land where all the wires are cut. And CRSS snores anthems on the asphodel. God help you. And I'd help you if I could, but that's beyond me. Yes, your speech was crude. Sound claret after Olive's yours and mine. But Medoc slips into vin ordinaire. I'll drink my first at Genoa to your health. Raise it to Hawk. You'll never catch my style. And, after all, the middle classes grip the middle class for Brompton Talk Earl's Court. Perhaps you're right. I'll see you in the Times, a quarter column of ice-hearing print, a leader once a quarter then a war. The Strand a bellow through the fog, ampersand quo. Defeat. Ampersand quo. Ampersand quo. Horrible slaughter. Ampersand quo. While you lie awake and wonder. Oh, you'll wonder or you are free. I wonder now. The 4 years slide away so fast, and leave me here alone. RYCLVN, LL, RBRTS, B. Krieg, the rest, princes and powers of darkness, troops and trains. I cannot sleep in trains, land piled on land, whitewash and weariness, red rockets, dust, white snows that mocked me, palaces with drafts, and WSTLND with the drafts he couldn't pay, poor WLSN reading his obituary. Before he died, an HPE, the man with bones, and a TCHS and a dripping Macintosh at council in the rains, his grating and quo. Sear and quo. Half drowned by HNTR's silky, ampersand quo. Bad my land. Ampersand quo. Huntarian always, MRSHL spinning plates are standing on his head. The rent bills roar, 100,000 speeches, must red cloth, and Smith's thrice happy if I call them Jones. I can't remember half their names, or reined my pony on the mall to greet their wives. More trains, more troops, more dust, and then all's done. 4 years, and I forget. If I forget, how will they bear me in their minds? The North safeguarded nearly, RBRTS knows the rest, a country twice the size of France annexed. That stays at least. The rest may pass your heritage, and I can teach you naught. Ampersand quo. High trust, ampersand quo. Ampersand quo. Fast honor, ampersand quo. Ampersand quo. Interest twice as vast, ampersand quo. Ampersand quo. Do reverence to your counsel and quo. Keep to those. I envy you the 20 years you've gained, but not the 5 to follow. What's that? 1, 2. Surely not so late. Good night. Don't dream.